Hi.
How was your St. Patrick's Day?
It was fantastic.
Oh, I bet it was.
It was so good.
We had such a time that I couldn't even, this morning, I couldn't even get the tablecloth
We
off.
got to finish out the week, you know?
Yeah, I just leave it.
Yeah. It's
You
like
know.
you don't take your Christmas tree down the day of Christmas.
Not if you're Irish. Wait, what? Actually, true Irish Catholics would easily leave it up till at least the Epiphany on January 6th.
Right.
And sometimes until Candlemas on February 2nd.
Ooh, wow.
So,
All right.
Anyway.
That's a long time for a Christmas tree.
Well, if they're fake, what difference does it make?
Yeah. If you would like our merch,
No
which is
Christmas
not
trees.
fake,
We
it's
should
real.
get some Christmas trees with our logo on it.
We should get some ornaments.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. You can get it at krishaandfrank.com. You click on merch. Also there you can find our link to Seymour Smokies, which on Saturday we have another episode coming out
This is
with
the
them.
Nantahala Outdoor Center?
Yeah.
No, that was last week.
that was this past Saturday.
I can't remember this. Well, all right.
This is Rocky Top Mountain Coaster.
Ooh,
Yeah,
thank you.
we haven't
have
even
so
done that
many.
yet.
I get confused, and I apologize for that, but you know that I communicate with the folks over at Channel 6.
Yes.
And they're like, can you send me that file via
This and that.
WeTransfer? Can you put it in the Google Drive? Can you post it to YouTube? So I get them all
It's okay.
flippity-flopped.
You can
in the order,
flippity-flop your brain.
But I still love doing it.
It's very fun.
Yeah, we get to do, it's our Seymour Smokies adventure.
KrishaandFrank.com, that's where you can find everything. It's where you also can find our link to YouTube, which we would love for you to subscribe to.
Yes, please.
You've had some excitement going on.
Well, there's been a lot going on, and I thought we've talked on the show many times about the neighbors, the house behind me being sold.
Yes.
And it was one of the early episodes, one of my very favorite episodes, where we talked about
A Californian.
and I think the title is something about mimosas.
Yeah. Get mimosas. Let's go to brunch and get mimosas.
Like even our friend Carol Shane loves your California accent
Oh,
so
hi,
much.
Carol.
So if you want to keep going for a while, I'll never
That's fine.
never get tired of it.
It would just make me really happy if we could go down to the beach and if you just want to hang out. I don't really want to do anything. And it's like this weird thing, you got to kind of like put your teeth forward when you talk. And it's because they all have such shiny teeth that they all have to talk like that.
Well, they didn't move in. Some Tennesseans bought the house.
Which really like killed the content for the Californians.
Yes, we need the Californians to come back. I'll find some new Californians.
All right.
But the
And I've never even been to California.
we could go. I could show you around.
Okay. Anyway, so they didn't move in, but these other people with the barky barks
The
did.
Tennesseans with the noisy dogs moved
Yeah.
in. And their claim is that the dogs are barking because they're tied to a leash on a
Right.
clothesline right now, and that once he fences in the backyard, which isn't really a yard, it's like a mountain. It's like they live on it's a hill. How would you
Yes.
describe it? It's wooded
It's
hill.
It's a ridgy.
But the dogs apparently will be fine living amongst the trees and this. So a surveyor came and they've marked our property line. So now we actually know where our actual property line is.
That's fantastic.
And all of the stress that I had, if you go back and watch the episode about the Steve coming and cutting the trees, all the anxiety that I had about cutting down a tree that might be on someone else's property. There's now red flags out there or orange tape out there that shows
And it was
you
your tree.
that everything that was cut was on my side of the line and we
Nice.
were fine. So that's not even an issue. But we may as well rearrange our backyard fencing and actually have a smaller fenced-in area in a way.
Right.
Because we don't, depending which way you're going, it'd be bigger going in one direction, but shorter in the other direction. Make it easier to mow. Maybe not, those weeds won't get grown up so bad. So there's a lot of advantages to redoing our fence.
Yeah, you might as well.
Now, if his fence points toward him, do I put slats on my side or do I care?
And who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
It's fence.
Because I also have some other home repairs that need
Yeah.
doing.
You and I were out in the back the other day talking to neighbor Nancy on our pile of dirt, and she's like, "By the way, you got a bird living in your house." And you're like, "Yeah, I know."
And she points to it. I'm like, and my mind goes, "That's not the bird I was thinking of."
So you have a different bird in a different place, living in the house.
And I noticed this last year when we were doing I was sitting out on the porch a lot last year.
Yeah.
And I would see this bird poke his head out of the hole and then pop back in.
like, "Yeah."
And there's obviously baby birds in there because they would go get some food and come back in. And then at some point, the baby birds are big enough that the two of them are sticking their heads out the hole.
I love that.
And I'm like, so I called a contractor
Yeah.
who does roofing and gutters and other home repairs because I know there's several things that need to be done.
Right.
Because I've been negligent because I worked in broadcasting. And
You haven't been negligent. You've lived in a house.
but I didn't have to put aside the money for the repairs.
But that's not negligence.
So, okay. Well, anyway, when I get the money from my late mother, we're going to spend it on home repair. And I called this contractor, and I'm explaining to them that these birds live in my house. And she says, the woman on the phone who sets up the appointment, like, well, is that terrible? I said, well, actually, when I'm outside, I think it's adorable. But when I hear them in my closet, when I'm inside, and I can hear them through my closet walls, it's very unsettling.
Yeah.
Because they're not quiet. I mean, well, they don't chirp, but they
But if they have babies, they'll be like, "Pew, pew,
oh,
pew."
yeah. Well, they had babies last year. I'm saying that I thought I was calling them early enough.
No.
To get ahead of the...
If they're robins, they come back year after year after
there's some
year.
bird I don't recognize.
No.
I mean, I can
I'd
look
like
it
to
up.
get out there with my bird
Oh,
binoculars.
yeah. No, we could look it up on the Tennessee...
Can I just crawl through your closet and go in and visit them in the attic? That'd be cool.
I think they're still, I think at this point, they're still between the inside wall and the outside wall. They're in that.
Oh, okay.
I think that's where they are.
Okay.
They don't actually come into the house.
No, but I'm saying, are they in the attic?
I don't think so.
Well, then what are they in?
Well, there's the first floor is brick on the outside.
Yes.
The second floor is wood paneling on the outside. Mm-hmm. Just above the brick, they've made themselves a birdhouse.
Yeah.
They've turned my house into an actual birdhouse, and there's a perfectly round hole, and it goes in there.
They woodpeckers?
Well, maybe a woodpecker made the hole, and they took advantage of it.
We saw, remember that last
But
year we saw.
this looks like a squatter bird that maybe now lives in a woodpecker's hole.
Okay.
Maybe.
Squatter bird. That's what they call them, squatter bird.
We can look it up. It looks like one of these like kind of starling-ish,
It's not a starling.
What was the one? Remember? Did you watch?
Blackbird singing in
No.
the
Did
dead
you
of
watch
night.
Ozark? And there was on Netflix. I did not. Well, there was this subplot, tiny subplot about some invasive species of bird.
Take these squatter wings and learn to fly.
Maybe that's what it is,
Get
but
out
we'll look it
my
up. I'll look it up.
house.
We'll sit out there. It only takes a minute to wait for the thing to pop his head out again.
Yep.
Or her head out again, or its head out again. And we can look it up on TWRA, but I'm frustrated. And when I called the guy, I actually texted at first, there's a number, he texted. I said, hey, my name is Frank, and I'm interested in getting some work done. How do I get an estimate? And then he writes back to me, your name seems familiar. And frankly, he used to advertise on the radio station where I work.
Gotcha.
So he has a reason to recognize my name. It's
Yes.
not unlikely, but
Hi, you're famous.
but I didn't go with that. I went with actually, we've met before when my wife was the singer at your mother's funeral. And then,
Oh my gosh.
why did I put that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I put,
Why?
my wife
You
sang,
franked it to 11.
my wife sang at your mother's funeral at All Saints. And there's a pause. And he writes back, yep, that's exactly where it was at.
Of course that's what he said, because he has Z. He's like, who? What? What the hell is this guy talking about?
So then I put, I said, I'm sorry to have mentioned that. But I remember it being a lovely funeral. And I remember you being a shining example
Oh, what is it with you and funerals?
for us. And he wrote back some very lovely things about his mother's always with him in his heart. And it's okay. He's delighted that I guess in the long run, he's happy that I was at the funeral. And that my wife sang and blah, blah, blah. And then
You could make
we segued into
an ice cream party awkward. You have this delightful ability. You're like, hey, come over, have ice cream. You'd be like, hey, remember that time somebody died while we were at an ice cream party? You're like,
My brain froze to death.
God.
But that's what I remember. I mean, that's how I know. That's how I remember him mostly.
But it turns out that's actually not how he knew you.
Well, probably from the radio, or I think he knows my son,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
knew the name. Because then I texted my son. I said, "Do you know this guy?" He's like, "Well, everybody knew him.
He was this guy.
He was, yeah. I mean, he was. Everybody knew him at school, but he wouldn't know me." I'm like, "Well, actually, let me show you the texts." He, my son, the valedictorian, thinks that nobody remembers him.
Okay. Well,
know.
that's silly.
Yeah.
That's silly. Everyone remembers him. And everyone remembers that we love the Middleburg Barn, themiddleburgbarn.com.
You know, if you wanted to have a really spectacular funeral reception,
Why
like
do you
with
do
rustic
this?
luxury.
Why?
Well, because you can have a wedding.
Yes, you can have a wedding.
Why can't you have a funeral at the Middleburg
You
Barn
absolutely
if you
could. A
wanted?
memorial. How about a memorial?
It would be amazing.
It would be beautiful.
With the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Swarovski crystals.
Yes.
And the seating for up to 400.
That'd be a big old memorial.
So, all right, 100,
That'd be like
200.
yours.
Do you think that many?
Oh,
If I
yeah.
die soon enough, they'll come. But when you get too old, then the numbers drop.
Right. Like my granny, she turned 90. She just turned 95. So it's like...
I don't wish her ill, but if you need a date for the funeral, I mean, Jere and I will absolutely... Jere will sing. We'll do whatever.
She has far outlived
Yeah.
her entire family.
Okay.
So, you know, she's in that place where like maybe not a lot of people are showing up.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
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 But I do sometimes think about if I probably could fill the Middleburg Barn if I really tried.
You absolutely could.
Well, anyways.
I believe in you. I believe in your
A
dad.
lot of you would have to drive all the way up from East Tennessee, but I hope you
It'd
would
be fine.
consider it. But meanwhile, there's swans, there's a pond, there's a guest house. It would be a real heck of a destination wedding, or if you live in the Northern Virginia area, anywhere. It's 40 miles west of Washington, D.C. in Middleburg, Virginia, 25-minute drive from Dulles Airport.
Won the 2020 Couples Choice Award in Wedding Wire. Please go check it out, themiddleburgbarn.com.
Call Maureen, 540-687-5255. Today might be a little close to St. Patrick's Day, because Maureen's more Irish than I am.
Oh, wow.
But, you might want to, probably better Maureen, you can call her.
Yeah.
540-687-5255.
I feel like she'd take your call today.
Of course she would. Maureen.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Speaking of awkward.
I'm awkward. You're awkward.
Yes, I am the most awkward.
Well,
you and I, I think that's why we're compatible.
Right,
we are
because
so
you're no matter what you do, awkward. It doesn't faze me, and vice versa.
And it doesn't faze us. Like, we're awkward, and we're just like, that's how it goes. I was awkward with a lady. I played trivia the other night.
Yeah.
And some socially distanced trivia, and lady
like
in
a
her,
bar?
Yes,
not
in a
socially
restaurant.
distanced on Zoom, but in
No,
a real
like
an actual place.
in real life.
Okay.
And I was playing trivia with a couple friends, and there was a woman and her husband sitting next to me, and I knew she was trouble from the start. Because, and I am not judging. If this is how you live, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying I will stereotype you. She had...
Because that's not judging.
I'm not judging, I'm just stereotyping.
What's the dictionary definition of stereotyping?
Anywho, she had her very full fur shawl hanging over the back of her chair. She had a very expensive label purse right next to her.
All right. This seems a little dressy for trivia night at the bar.
She was wearing Oscar de la Renta, and she was drinking white wine.
When you say she was wearing Oscar de la Renta.
The scent.
All right.
And there was a lot of it.
And you recognized it.
Because there was a lot of it.
I wouldn't know it.
And I knew it because that's what my mom and my aunts used to wear. But also she was
Fair enough.
She was drinking white wine.
Okay.
And I have a thing with white wine. Like,
Why?
I don't like white wine.
Oh.
I don't like the smell of white wine.
Is it because it's too icky? I mean,
I just don't like white wine. So I have a thing. If you're drinking white wine, I judge you. I do judge you a little.
So you're looking at this lady going, well, we can't be friends.
I was like, well, she is who she is, but I definitely don't wanted to sit here and chit chat with her, which became evident when the girl who was waiting on me has a full sleeve of tattoos, and I mean, this girl is gorgeous. She's maybe 25, gorgeous. Lets herself be seen.
2 sleeves or just the one? So
Just
far?
one.
She'll get the other one done eventually, right?
This is where the story's going, sir. But it's all like black and white, and it's black and gray. It's very beautiful, but she is gorgeous, and she wears very low cut. She's got very and she's working her job, dude. This is what she's doing. But she's
that helps you get tips, doesn't it?
It does. She's very sweet and very kind. And this woman leans over. She goes, "Why do you have all of those?" To this girl with a tattoo, and the girl was like, "What?
All of what? I mean, all of
And
these,
she's like,
all of that,
all of the tattoos. What's the purpose?" And this sweet 25. This woman was probably 65. And
well, I mean,
I understand it's a generational thing. I
Right.
get
I mean,
that.
if I had the money to spend on tattoos, I would spend it on something else. I would not spend it on tattoos.
Right.
So I do wonder why people get tattoos, but I don't. I hope. Well, no, you know what? I'm awkward. I would probably.
You've never
No.
asked me.
Because I actually, you know what? I'm aware somewhere in my reptile brain, I'm aware of the fact that asking someone about their tattoos is a line that I don't cross.
Interesting, because you've never asked me
About your tattoos.
About my tattoos.
Right, because it occurs to me, none of your business, warning,
Right.
warning. Wah, wah,
I don't
wah.
mind. I don't mind at all.
I bet I am, if we were to take the wall down for a moment,
Yeah.
I am very curious as to why someone would get a tattoo, because it is not I can't even conceive of it. I can't imagine, I don't get it.
Yeah.
So this lady doesn't get it.
So she doesn't get it, but she doesn't get it to the point of she asks her, she doesn't know her. She asks her, and the girl was like, I like the art. I work with an artist in Colorado. And she goes, you're not going to do the other arm, are you? And the girl,
My immediate reaction was, she's going to probably do the other arm
right?
eventually.
And the girl goes, oh, I'm not really sure. She goes, trust me, don't. Because already you're not classy. And if you do the other arm, then you're definitely not classy.
And this is lady with the Oscar de la Renta
Words out of her mouth hole.
the fur and the everything.
To a stranger whom she does not know, who is also serving her.
She could spit in your food, lady. You be careful.
And
Don't do that.
I'm next to her, and I was like, she made the comment, when you're my age, you'll care. And I went, hopefully when you're your age, when you do care, you'll learn to keep your mouth shut.
You said that?
I did. Because that was rude.
Yes.
Rude.
It was rude.
It was, I don't care what your stupid opinion is. I'm not going to rude out her. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you're not going to wear more Oscar de la Renta, are you? You're not going to wear more fur. You're not going to drink more white wine, because when you're my age, you judge people and think they suck.
I hate to say that I pictured my mother saying something just like that.
To a stranger?
Oh, yeah, especially.
Oh, I would have.
Because maybe that's where my warning light comes in.
Maybe.
Because
I was
God rest my
hot.
mother, but she would say things in public to people that the rest of us would just go,
If I said, there were flames on the sides of my face, because I don't care who you are or what your opinion of anything is. And even if I didn't have tattoos, I would think you're a rude, lots of words I cannot say.
whoa.
And she, from this point, she went. But I will say, she didn't say another word.
Did you beat her in trivia?
They weren't even playing.
Oh.
But I don't know. I left before trivia was over. But she did not say another word. And I hope that at least the girl that was waiting on us felt a little bit, because she works there. She can't talk back.
Yeah.
She's just got to take it.
And for the most part, the tattoo sleeve and the low-cut dress or blouse are going to get her more tattoos. More
Okay, we'll get her more tattoos, because she will get more tips.
They're going to get her more money.
Right, but who cares? Even if it's not going to get her more money, who cares? It's not your job to police anybody.
Right. I mean,
Oh, I was so mad.
I mean, I'm probably at the point where I probably know more people with tattoos than without.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a thing.
I'll tell you why I have tattoos.
Why?
I like them.
That's what I assumed why most people get them.
I like them.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
people have a lot.
I'm done.
I mean, no, some people have my friend who had a baby recently posted a maternity shot on Facebook with her very pregnant belly, but I didn't realize, I knew she had a lot of tattoos, but I didn't realize how many tattoos she had in that area that's normally covered. You
Right.
know.
I'm done.
So she had just on like a bathing suit, basically a bikini, and you saw all these tattoos. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah. I think I'm done. I'm fairly certain I'm done.
But if you had an extra money, you might get one.
No. I mean, I've gone.
Do they have?
The last tattoo I
Are they
got.
like souvenirs?
Kind of, yeah. They're life. It's kind of like notching a walking stick. I'm just notching my body. No, but all of them have a specific meaning, all of them. But like I go typically 5 to 10 years between tattoos. Like
right.
I don't get any back to back. But I did promise someone that I would get a tiny stormtrooper helmet on my butt. And I made that promise with Chris McPherson at Sweet Fanny Adams Theater. But I told him I wasn't going to pay for it because that was the whole deal. So if he comes up with the money and the idea and says, let's go do this, I will go do it.
Because you promised.
But it's like...
Is he getting one too?
Yes. It's a long story.
Well, with all that money he's going to be making from YouTube soon, he'll be fine. He'll be
Yeah.
able to take care of you. All right, well, we should go.
We should. We've got stuff to do.
We do. We do have
And so do you.
a pending appointment as soon as this episode ends. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for going to audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank, because it helps us out with, it's like putting money in the tip jar for us. We get a little affiliate marketing money. If you just sign up for the free trial,
Yeah,
that's all we need for you to do.
That's it.
And then you make your decision at the end of 30 days if you want to start paying for it.
You don't have to spend any money to help us out.
Right. So sign up at audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank. But the reason we even bother endorsing it is because...
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an actual thing that people love. You know, it's not a ripoff. If you like listening to audio entertainment, like podcasts or audiobooks, they are the state-of-the-art, primo place to go. So go to audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank. And now that Hiccup Lady is, we're going to have to stop. Can I get you something?
Okay.
Can I hold your ears? Do you want me to give you the Heimlich maneuver?
It hurts.
Do you need me to...
My battery's dying.
All right. That means we got to go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot for watching and/or listening.
See you
Talk to you back here
tomorrow.
tomorrow for the Friday.